All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report. Not a lot of things on my list this week, but a couple of new things. The Invite, I'm giving this a solid A. This is an A in my book.
And Olivia Wilde thanks you.
Yes. Olivia Wilde commented, thank you on the video, which you're welcome, girl. I loved it. So The Invite gets an A. I already talked about it last week. Watched 5-Star Weekend on Peacock. It was a book turned, adapted into a TV show with Jennifer Gardner, Chloe Sevigny, Regina Hall, Darcy Corden. Great cast. Gemma Chan. Great cast. Very much enjoyed this show. I don't want to spoil anything because I'm assuming it really just came out within the last week.
Yeah,
so,
but it's Peacock's highest scripted show, I believe I saw. I think this has the most watches of any of their scripted shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed it.
Same. I watched it as well.
You finished? Well, I watched most of it.
We watched like half of it together, and then I finished it yesterday.
Yes, same. I watched it last night. I will give it a B. Now, I'm giving it a B because it would have been a B plus in my book, actually, because I really, really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Without spoiling, I needed a little something more from the end. And I know it was a book, so people who read the book probably feel differently because they know what happened.
Well, I don't know. Does the show and the book have the same ending?
I'm not really sure. That's a good question. I needed a little bit more.
Yeah, fair.
Because
I felt like maybe they were leaving the door open to.
For
I know
season 2.
There's not a sequel. Like there's not another book, but I feel like because the show is so popular and the way it kind of ends, there is so much room for more that I could see them maybe doing another season.
I could see that for sure. I don't want to spoil, but you wait a while to get to this one point, and then you get to it, and that kind of felt like a little bit of a.
I agree with you, but I
not
also
as big of a reaction to me
for sure. But I also think I got to the point where I kind of loved the way it wrapped up in the sense that there was a lot of open-ended things because it was like, no, the show's really just about this weekend and like how the weekend transforms them and they move on and whatever. But like now everybody has to go back to their life. And it's like, well, everybody's obviously got a ton of things going on. But you're right. The cast, phenomenal. I thought like the character of Brooke, Darcy Cardin was so fucking funny.
So funny.
Like she was cracking me up. Regina Hall is always amazing. Chloe Sevigny also always amazing. I saw her do an interview saying like, this is not her normal type of project that she says yes to, and like she kind of thought when she first saw it, like, ooh, sort of like fluffy summer TV show kind of thing. I don't know if this is for me, but ended up loving it and wanting to do it. And I'm so glad she did because also a just fantastic character. So I thought it was great. If anything, I thought Jennifer Gardner's character was maybe the most frustrating.
Yeah, I agree with you. Watching it, we said that at the same. We were like, low-key bad friend.
Yeah, it was like, I know she put together this whole weekend, but like, is she going to acknowledge that she hasn't been the best friend?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. With that sort of character, sometimes somebody who doesn't like deal with their emotions and like sweep it under the rug, that kind of thing, like ends up being rude at times. Totally. Like you're like, can you acknowledge what's going on?
Yeah.
So, but I loved it. Would have been probably a B plus for me, but I'm putting it at a B.
Great.
And I think,
Project X.
We rewatched Project X.
Yeah, we gotta grade that.
Project X is it's a hard one to grade because it is fucking hilarious. Like you're like, this is so absurd.
But it's also Project X.
It's also Project X.
It also, I was thinking when we were watching it, I'm like, so this movie really is just like the first 10 minutes. There's like little to no setup they have a crazy party, and then that's just the movie.
No, that's it.
It wasn't like a highly rated movie. When
No.
it came out.
No.
But for nostalgia.
And it was just like the time of our lives that it came out. Like I was saying when we were watching it, I was like, this movie came out my senior year of high school. Like it was like nothing hit harder than this when we were going to house parties after our senior year, like before going to college and being like this, we want to live this. And best fucking soundtrack ever.
Oh, amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, like A+ soundtrack.
Yeah, we'll give an A+ soundtrack, and then movie wise, like I don't want to grade it because it's just nostalgia factor.
I think I just give it an A-, and that's a lot of nostalgia in that grading.
Right. I will,
because when you compare it to Superbad is like, because I feel like they're similar in a sense. Like Costa is similar to Jonah Hill's, like, but Superbad is just such a better movie. Like,
yeah, and I mean that's like Superbad is also like a scripted movie. I understand that this is Project X is scripted, but it's filmed like a documentary. Like it's not, you're meant to like feel like you're in it. It's such a different style. It's hard to compare.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't give this movie an A- and give The Invite an A. Like,
yeah, no,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
realistically, it's like a B- in my mind.
I'll give it a solid B+. No, because the show I watched before, I'm not grading Project X.
You can't compare grades though, because I feel like each grade is its own. You have your own reasoning for each grade. Like I'm gonna give the Odyssey an A. I have no problem giving the Project X an A-. Like,
oh man, I'm not grading Project X. It's ungraded, unrated.
What are you afraid of?
She's putting her foot down. Okay, she says,
I'm
not
afraid of
this.
anything. I just can't. It's just. It's not a real movie.
It is. Listen, we had the option to watch any movie this weekend, and we chose this movie.
Yeah, that is true. Good point.
You're right. Okay.
And then, we finished it, too. Like, you started Project Hail Mary. You still haven't even finished that. We finished this movie on another night the same weekend.
Project X is an hour-and-a-half movie.
Yeah.
We started it at 2:45 a.m. on Friday, which was the only reason why we finished it the next day. Fine, I'll grade it. A+. Project X is an A- as well. No, I'm not fucking grading.
No, we'll give it that. What if Olivia Wilde comments, really?
I'm going to give The Invite an A+ then.
Well, but you don't need to change your. Is that a perfect movie?
Just put Rhea's graphic up as nothing else but The Invite and Project X next to each other, A and A-.
All right, okay. The Invite stays an A. Project X gets a B+.
Okay,
and that's final.
Final. That's all I watched.
Well, then I have to give it a B+ because I don't want it.
Fine, give it a B+ then. Let's agree.
No, give it whatever you want.
You were pretty adamant that it was an A-
Seriously.
in your book, and that the Odyssey was getting an A.
You know what? Fine. No, it gets a B+.
See, you now understand the dilemma here.
I just, yeah.
Right. All that back and forth just for you to agree with me with the B+. All right, Fran, what did you watch?
Okay, I also, like I said, finished 5-Star Weekend, which I really enjoyed. I would give it a B. I'm gonna go with a B. I'm in between B- and B. Just because some of it I really loved and some I just like kind of moved a little slow. But I think I'm going to stick with B because you know what, it ended and I do really hope they make another season. I don't know if that's like, if people who love the book want that or not. I don't know. I also had not read this books, but I very much enjoyed. And I thought it was cool, a lot of Nantucket local sites and mentions and all those things. So that was nice. And I'm trying to catch up on In the City. I think I watched all the way through to the not to the last episode. I have to watch the reunion still, which I think is out or this week or one of them. I don't know. They're just finishing up this trip. I think this was the last of the season. I was laughing on our way up that we should have just filmed us and put out like a 40-minute video of all of us fighting over what rooms we were going to get in the house, because it's a guarantee on a Bravo show that when they go on a trip, they're fighting about who gets what room.
Mhm.
And that was a whole thing on In the City of like these people, like Lindsay wanted the room, Kenny wanted other people to have the room, the whole thing. So I'll give it a C. It was like, I enjoyed this season and I enjoyed some of these new people on the show. And I hope it does continue, because I think it will find its footing, even better. So we'll see about that. I am a tad behind on Love Island UK, so I don't want to say too much. I did post on my Instagram story some thoughts, because I haven't wanted to spoil it on the podcast. But there's going to be a point, Rhea, where if you don't catch up, I'm going to start letting it fly.
Yeah, I understand.
Because we're almost at the end. We're I believe approaching the end, and quite soon. I just finished LI Fest, which was a little sponsored party that they were having with some drama and people being sent home and that stuff. So that's where I'm at. Love Island UK has been a A- for me. So good. Really, really loving it. And I think that's everything. Love Island UK, 5-star weekend. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't watch the first half of Project X, so should I? I only watched the second half. So.
But most of it, I feel like you should grade it.
Project X is a B in my mind. A B with an A+ soundtrack.
Yes.
I watched 3 and 4 of House of the Dragon.
Which, by the way, I just have to say, because so many people have messaged me to say this.
Yes,
this is
it's not the last
season.
season. I was also told many a times. I thought it was my B. Apparently there's one more season, which honestly, I didn't love hearing that news. I went, because in my mind, I've been hyping up like this, that this last season was the last one, and then like shit was really going to go down. No.
They're going to set it up.
There's a whole nother season. However, I am really enjoying this season. I will give it a B+, 3 and 4. There is a lot of moving pieces, and I have enjoyed watching her try to rule and what that means. Like, there's way more. I kind of feel like sometimes with Game of Thrones, there was like so many other things going on that you weren't really getting like the day-to-day of having to rule. And there seems to be a little bit more in this. So I am excited to see how this goes. I am enjoying the season. And I watched 3 and 4 of Widow's Bay. I will finish eventually, but it is scary. And sometimes I put it on at night and I go, oh no, like the I don't know if it was 3 or 4. I think it was 3. Yeah, it was 3. With the creepy lady with the siren. She's lunging over him in the tub, and it was freaky. And
but they deflate the scariness like with comedy. I feel like most of the time, like sometimes, not a lot in that one. Like that one kind of ended like that was scary. Yeah,
that episode. And then I don't know what is going on with that woman. I forget her name, but she's like a witch or something. Like it's weird shit going on. But here's like that. It's a funny show because it is so interesting, but at the same time, I'm kind of like I have no idea what's going on. Like I'm losing like what exactly is happening on this island, like happening at different pieces. Like that girl, I'm forgetting her name, but the party she throws, everybody for the whole time, I was like, I'm very confused with what is going on right now. I feel like there was a lot of different like realities happening. So you get people's different perspectives and then you're like, oh my God, that's not actually what's happening. I will give those 2 episodes a B.
Okay, I am really trying to power in through Madmen. I have basically watched another season this past week.
Nice.
I'm on season 6, episode 2 now. The end of season 5 was maybe the best I've seen of this show so far. Some really good episodes. Then season 6 kind of off to a little bit of a slow start. But just a great show, and I'm like fully locked in. Now that I have like a little less than 2 seasons left, I just want to like, this is my only show I'm focused on right now for the foreseeable future.
Nice.
I have fully paused on House of the Dragon, partially because I don't really care. And I also am not opening up other apps because I'm like, I don't want to even be tempted by other shows. Like, I'm not going to open up Netflix or other apps because I don't want to see other things that could distract me. I need to keep my eyes on Don Draper.
Okay.
So I'll give Mad Men an A-. Honestly, if I was only grading the end of season 5, that'd probably be an A. But just all in all, A-. But yeah, and then Project X, we talked about. I'll give it a B+. I think that's a fair rewatch grade too, because I think when I first saw it when I was like younger, I would have given it an A+ probably. But I've seen it multiple times now, and it's just great nostalgia. That was probably the first movie that I saw multiple times in theaters, snuck in with my friends. So yeah.
Sick.
And then it was the first movie I ever snuck into was The Hangover. Bought tickets to a different movie and then went into the other movie.
I got in big trouble.
That was before assigned seats, I guess. So that was made it easier.
I got in big trouble because my dad came to pick us up, but he had checked the end time for the movie that I had said I was at.
You should have been like, oh, the movie was delayed. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then yesterday when we got back from the Berkshires, probably got back at like 10, and I was just going to check the movie times because I live pretty close to Lincoln Center, which is the only IMAX 70 millimeter in New York. And so I was going to check because it sold out for weeks and weeks. And basically I just waited until like it was an 11 a.m. showing. I checked at like 10:50 again, and a seat popped up, and I just grabbed it and basically just ran over to the theater. And wow, what a movie. What a film. I think it definitely lived up to the hype. Matt Damon was incredible. I mean, Christopher Nolan, everyone's talking about the scale of this movie because it's just so gigantic. I think I saw him or one of the actors saying like basically every sequence in this movie would have been like the hardest thing any director's ever shot in their career, and he's doing it like every single scene. And just like the practical aspect of it, you're just like, how is he doing this without CGI? Like, how is there a Cyclops and like this isn't like a CGI monster? But yeah, I think like Robert Pattinson is definitely one of the best actors around right now. Like he's so perfect at being like a coward villain in this movie. Matt Damon is incredible. I think Anne Hathaway is probably like a favorite to win the Oscar now for this. There were like the castings was a giant discussion leading up to this movie. Big debate online. I think like Lupita was really good. And Travis Scott, I think like
I saw the numbers of like it was like crazy.
No, they had like no like screen time.
They're barely in the movie.
I mean, the movie is like almost 3 hours long, and the castings that everyone was arguing about are like 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Although I will just say that like I'm not even saying like I'm not the biggest Zendaya lover or hater. I just think that sometimes like especially if it's not like a big role, it kind of takes you out of the movie for a second when it's like, oh, there's Zendaya, like randomly. And the same thing, even more so for like a Travis Scott, where I'm like, it's not like he's a great actor. So I'm just kind of like
very different too. Like it's like Zendaya is an actress, so it's like
no,
not
but I'm just saying
crazy.
it's such a big name.
Travis
for
Scott
such a but yeah, Travis Scott is just like, oh, it's Travis Scott like trying to act. But I think all in all, like the score for the movie was incredible. And it was just an experience, like, especially in IMAX 70 millimeter, like you just feel like you're in the movie. And then I think people are saying, which I agree with, is like, it's the fastest 3-hour movie you'll ever see. Like, I didn't check my phone once.
I'm dying to see it, but now I really have talked myself into the fact that I can't see it, that I can only see it in IMAX 70 millimeter, and like, it's impossible.
It's not though.
I don't live as close as you do. It's not like I can just like,
but here's the thing, like, if
5 minutes before to make it up there in time.
Because I checked, I think I bought the ticket at like 10:50 or something. The movie doesn't actually start till 30 minutes after the time. So like, you have time. I'm really like, if I can, I might go again tonight if I have time.
Wow. double back-to-back nights.
I no joke, like thought about if I wasn't as tired as I was yesterday, like I'd take a nap after the World Cup.
Going and seeing it again.
Going and seeing the same day, like 2 times. Because also I just, after the movie, I really can't remember if I read the Odyssey in school. And if I did, it was one of those scenarios where it was most books for me in school where I just didn't read it and pretended like I did. But I like, after the movie, just was researching Greek mythology and like all this stuff. And I think it would be a different view on the movie going in a second time, like kind of knowing all the characters better in the story. So I definitely want to see it again. And maybe I'll see you across the theater, Fran.
Fingers crossed. I really hope so. I'll let you know because I will be monitoring.
I do think if it's I was sitting in the 4th row, like it's not as bad as you think it would be. Like, it's not like you're looking straight up. Like,
I feel like the 4th row is pretty good, right?
The 4th row, especially in that theater, is the front row would be kind of crazy.
Olive's listening.
She's cracking me up.
But the 4th row is not that bad. And you just feel kind of immersed because the screen is like,
I saw a TikTok
everything.
Of someone going to see this movie and I don't know why anyone goes to see anything in 4DX.
Oh, I saw that.
I saw a TikTok of someone
that seems like a nightmare.
Seeing this in 4DX. She was like, I feel like I'm in motherfucking Troy right now.
No, because watching the movie like in that setting anyway, without like your chair moving, you feel like that is like the sound design and everything.
Yeah.
You feel like you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean. And I can't imagine if like there were lights flashing in the theater and your seat is like vibrating. Like I saw that video. That looked like too much.
It's too much. Way too much.
But yeah, definitely like I'll give it an A. Like, and now everyone's ranking their like Christopher Nolan movies. Like,
where does this fall for you? You think?
I mean, it's tough. I think definitely in the top. I would say in the top 3, like maybe top 4. But I have to see it again. But it's hard to beat some of his other like The Dark Knight, like classics. But yeah, it was an experience. If I had one word to describe it, it's a trip. I said that yesterday because it is, it's a trip.
We did ask you for a media reaction. You said it's exhausting.
No, yeah, like you feel like you went on the journey with Matt Damon, Odysseus.
And how long is it in total?
It's 2 hours and 53 minutes, I believe. But I swear, like, it feels like it's 2 hours.
Because you're like into it the whole time?
Because it's just like, it's at every turn, there's like an insane action-packed scene. Yeah. There's never like a break. Like I'd say like the first 20-ish minutes of the movie, like maybe are the slowest, but like it never stops. And then it is really cool how they do it, where it's like the way that they tell it and the order and how they do it, where it's like a lot of times it's like it'll be Tom Holland like asking someone like, have you heard anything about my father? And then it's like John Bernthal or whoever like starts telling a story, and then it just cuts into that. So it's like it's not just like a Matt Damon goes on a trip and we're just like
right. Mm-hmm. What did you think of Tom?
That's another thing that I was surprised that people are like saying Tom Holland is like not good in this, and bad actors in general.
I've seen both. Like I've seen
it's
that
like
the people thought he wasn't the best. Like some people that were like he was the worst part of this movie, and some people would be like, no, I thought he did an amazing job. He weirdly gets, I think, a little bit of unfair heat. Like other projects,
I think it's just a superhero thing.
I know. I think it is too. It's like, other than Spider-Man, I feel like there are other projects that he's done where people really want to say that he's like not that great of an actor. So there was a lot of pressure.
I haven't seen him like he was in the movie The Impossible where he was a kid in that, but I thought that was like he was incredible as a kid in that. And then since then, I haven't seen him in a lot of movies outside of like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I think the beginning, like there were parts where I'm not like blown away, but I think toward the end there were multiple parts where Tom Holland like directly made me tear up. Like I thought he
powerful.
really had like and I think in those moments he did it without speaking. Like so
that is powerful.
Yeah.
I loved the story he told that his mom, I guess like after the premiere and his mom watched it.
Oh, I saw.
She like looked at him and was like teary-eyed and was like, oh my God, like I didn't know you were I didn't know you were like in it so much.
Yeah, she was like, you really had a big role.
It's like you're really like the star, like you're really in this a lot. And he said he was laughing. He was like, I was gone for like so many months. Like, what did you think I was doing?
Yeah. But yeah, I thought like across the board, like everyone gave great performances and there are a lot of elements to this movie because I saw people asking Christopher Nolan that definitely feel like horror. And so people are now saying like, and Christopher Nolan said he would love to do a horror movie, but like, cause those scenes isolated were like so good.
He'd probably be great at horror.
Yeah, he would. I would like to see him and he did this movie because there's so many people in it, but like get some fresh meat, like some new actors. Cause I do feel he uses so many of the same actors in all his movies where it'd be cool to see like just some fresh faces.
Mm-hmm. I think fresh faces are always fun. Like people that we've never even seen before.
Yeah.
But also like the ones that he's used, like Robert Pattinson is just so good.
He plays the hits now for sure.
And
he's been cracking me up. I just would watch like Robert Pattinson press runs for like the end of time.
There was an interview like on a red carpet where someone was like joking about his character, like because him and Matt Damon are like, he's trying to marry Anne Hathaway and he's like, well, it's kind of like Jacob in Twilight. And then he like laughed at his own joke. He's like,
he was like, I nailed that one.
Yeah, he loves laughing at his own joke. I watched the whole video of them doing like one of those guessing games where they have to hold the card and like describe who it is. And it was just all each other. Like it was just all their own characters. But he's like holding up his own face and he's like, am I ugly?
Fair question.
And like everything has just been cracking me up.
That was the thing that came out too. That was so funny that I think he was like, he had talked about that. He asked to see the script when he was asked to do the movie. And all the other actors were like, you asked to see the script? Like you weren't just going to do the movie? Like when Christopher Nolan asked?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I would give it a read.
Well, because didn't he do that movie?
He did Tenet.
And he said that like halfway through the movie, he had no idea what was what it was about.
I think he said he still doesn't know what it was about.
No, still. And I actually think most people feel that way about Tenet. So
I never saw that movie. That's the only Christopher Nolan movie
I couldn't even explain it to you. No, couldn't even try.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. So
love it.
All right, Fran, you're going to have to see it.
I know. I'm dying to. I'll keep refreshing my app.
We'll see if you can get tickets. I have faith. All right. That wraps up everything we watched.